Hello guys, KP Shamino here with a new video for Path of Exile 2. And in this video I'm going to talk about something that is really crazy, but nobody is talking about it. But it can make your build so strong, it's unbelievable. So I'm going to talk about the glory skills that we got now on the tree. And they are very good. I was really amazed when I saw this. I'm going to talk about Hammer of the Gods too. How you can boost it a lot, that you do a shitload of damage. And then I'm going to show you guys it in the map. That's really funny. Because it's crazy. It's really crazy. I think at some point they probably will nerf this keystone. So, what is glory? So, glory is a resources that 3 skills at the moment, what I see in the game, are going to use. So, you can see it here. So, if you put here glory, and you take all gems, you see there are 3 of them. Most of the time, they are very strong, but it's really hard to get glory up. So you can see here, you got Hammer of the Gods, and you got Spear of Solaris, and you will see that you need to build up 20 glory to get this skill going. So you can get it by heavy stunning enemies. So normally on packs that's not a problem. You just use the Bone Shatter, you prime them and you're ready to go. But most of the time that's a very big problem on some end bosses of maps. On bosses in the Citadel. Because they are very hard to stun. But the keystone that they added on the tree is going to solve that problem. And therefore it's so good. So here you can see the heavy stunning. And then a central cry is going to need to use 100 glory, but the problem is perform a war cry using glory gained by igniting. The problem is that a lot of warriors don't do that, but with the skill on the tree you can get this too. One time probably in a map if you're lucky, but you can get it without igniting, and therefore it's so good. So that's what glory is. So you need to build it up with doing a certain thing, and the moment, so you see it here. So you will see around Hammer of the Gods, there is like a line closing the more glory that you get. I think that's a pity. It would be really cool if we see it a little bit more visible, the glory, but yeah, it's okay. When this is full, it lights up and you can use it. So that is the glory. But then, now they added on the skill tree, they added here a cluster that is glory, and here is a cluster that is glory. And this morning I saw Glorious Anticipation. I thought by myself, fuck, this is good. So skills gain 1 glory every 2 seconds for each rare or unique monster in your present. So you need to understand what this is saying. So you come at the boss, and that boss, you cannot stun him. Very hard. Most of the time the stationary bosses are very hard to stun. This means that you need to have 24 Hammer of the Gods. Every 40 seconds you get Hammer of the Gods. If you got this skill, and you can just run around the boss. So you don't need to take risks, you just hit him a little bit, you run around, you use Hammer of the Gods. Every 40 seconds. You can even stand in a corner. If you're in the present, that means 4 meters. It's just going to always generate glory. It's so crazy. Therefore it's so good, but that's not all, because then I went to this cluster and I saw this note. Skills have 15% chance to not consume glory. And here is another one. Skill have 7% chance to not consume glory. So if you take those two, you got 20% chance to not consume glory. What does that mean? That means if you use Hammer of the Gods and this procs, that you can use Hammer of the Gods again. Because you didn't consume the glory, you stay at 20 and you can just keep using Hammer of the Gods. So this is crazy. So you run through an instance, you just attack a rare, or you fight a rare, you just get glory by just in the presence every 2 seconds. Then you come at the boss and you just keep generating it. And then if you're very lucky, you can just use Hammer of the Gods. It's not consuming glory, you can use it again. And then, of course, in combination with the Titan, with Aftershock, that sometimes means that you can get the Hammer of the Gods, the Aftershock. And if you're lucky, you can get the 3rd one and the 4th one in 1 second. That's how strong it is. And that's crazy. And if you heavy stun the enemy and you use the cry, that you get an extra slam, that means that you can use it 3 times. And then if you're lucky, +2, that's 5. So that means on a Titan, it's possible to use 5 times Hammer of the Gods in 1-2 seconds. And that's crazy, really crazy. And then of course, other cry, this one. So a central cry, even without igniting, you can just run through an instance and it will build up the glory. And if you're lucky, most of the time that's possible at the end boss of an instance, you will get a chance to use this. And it's totally free, you don't need to do anything. Because Ancestral Cry is very good. So you can read it. So perform a war cry using glory gained by igniting enemies to turn you into Kam. And what are you going to do? Your footsteps trigger volcanic steps. Melee strikes and slams are ancestrally boosted. And your melee strikes trigger volcanic eruption. So that's really good. So now I'm going to talk about how can you boost your Hammer of the Gods. Because I uploaded a video a couple of hours ago that I did in one Hammer of the Gods, I think 3-4 million DPS. I will show you guys how you need to do that. Okay, so Hammer of the Gods for all the warrior players. So first of all, they got a very strong mechanic in the game now. Yeah, not in the game, but nodes. So now you can buff ancestrally boosted attacks with those nodes. And that's very, very strong. So what is ancestrally boosted attacks? So you can see it here. So boosted slams has 30% more damage, that's crazy, and 25% increased area of effect. And an ancestrally boosted strike will target 2 additional enemies. Triggered skills cannot be ancestrally boosted, so that's good. So that makes it insanely. So you need to understand that's 30% more damage. So that's really good. If you can do that on Hammer of the Gods, it's going to do a lot of damage. So, and I will show you guys how you need to do that, because there are a couple of things. So first of all, if you go to Hammer of the Gods, so now we got the glory settled, so you can heavy stun enemies, then you can use it, or you can use the keystone that you generate glory the entire time. But what is now so strong, that is that Fist of War 3, in the past, it ancestrally, so attacks with supported skill are ancestrally boosted. Very simple. You can do it every 14 seconds. That's enough for Hammer of the Gods, because you cannot use it non-stop. Even if you don't do a heavy stun, it takes 40 seconds until you can use it. But on tier 3, Ancestral Boost have double effect on supported skills. So that means that this one is going to do 40% more damage and 50% more area of effect on Hammer of the Gods. And that makes it really crazy. Of course, you don't have that at the start of the game. You need to go with the Fist of War that is smaller. But that's not really a problem, because Fist of War is always going... So let's have a look. Here you can see it. So this one, it takes 6 seconds. It's going to do ancestrally boost 1. Here, it only takes 4 seconds, that every 4 seconds you can do it. So this is good too, but you don't have the double ancestrally boosted one. So that's already good. I will show you guys other ones too. So you got Heavy Swing. Then you got Rage Forge. So build Rage up with your main skill. I do it here with Earthshatter. Or put something in the skill tree that is going to generate Rage. So you can see it here. Here I got Rage. On Earthshatter, it's going to build up Rage. And Rage Forge is very good. Supported skills consume 10 Rage if possible to deal 35% more damage. Very big again. So you need to understand 35 more melee damage, 35 more damage, 75, 40% more from the ancestral Fist of War. That's 110% already more. More is always better, not percentage, just more. That's like double already damage. Then the next one is Brutality 3, and then this one is Aftershock. So Aftershock is something that is very good for Titans. Why is that? and warriors, because we can take a lot of percentage aftershock. So you can see it here. This is going to give 10% for aftershock. Here, I think... No, this is not important. This one is going to give 5% chance for slam skills you use yourself cause aftershock. And then the Titan got it here too. So therefore a Titan is very good, and therefore you can do it 3 times. So 25% chance for a slam you use yourself cause aftershock. And on a Titan you got ancestrally boosted too every second slam skill. Here it's not really needed because we got Fist of War, and that's double, not 1. So that makes it very strong. And then that's not all. Now with all those new nodes, so if you got Fist of War on Hammer of the Gods, that's not all. Now we're going to do a percentage damage boost with those nodes. Increased melee damage, that's normal, but here you need to see that. Ancestrally boosted attacks deal 12% increased damage. 12% more damage. 12% once again more damage. And this one, 30% increased area of effect. Here we got 24% more increased damage. And here we got 30% increased more damage. So that makes it so crazy on Hammer of the Gods, and therefore you do so much damage. So that was it, how you can get your Hammer of the Gods. And then, of course, in combination with Seismic Cry. So what is Seismic Cry going to do? It's going to give you the 3rd aftershock. So perform a damaging war cry, knocking back nearby enemies and heavy stunning enemies that are primed for stun. Even enemies heavy stunned, or a currently heavy stunned enemy is hit, this skill empowers a slam to perform an additional aftershock. So if you have stun an enemy, you use your cry, then you do the hammer, you will get 3 attacks. I will show you guys it now on the end boss in the Citadel, and then we are going to have a little bit of fun in the map, and I'm going to show you guys how you can regenerate glory the entire time. Okay guys, now we are going to have a little bit of fun, so let me have a look. Monster deal 20, yeah. I'm not going to do that crazy because I'm going to talk. So I'm going to put it here, and we are going to have a little bit of fun. So I put here the Ancestral Cry, that you can see it. So I already told you guys it. So now if we see a rare, we are just going to run around. You will see that the Hammer of the Gods and the Ancestral Cry will running full with a line. So let's have a look. Yeah, here it's not doing because they are normal. I need to find the rare because it's only rares and uniques that will do it. Now you can see I'm heavy stunning already everything. So let's have a look. Can I use it? Yeah, I just used it and I didn't consume the glory, so I can use it again. So I was really lucky. Do you guys see it? That's the node. This node is doing that. So I was really lucky to not consume, and I just used 2 times after each other the Hammer of the Gods. So here you see a rare, and now you need to watch it. So I'm just going to stand with him, and you can see I'm not doing anything. So I'm just going to run around. Normally it takes 40 seconds, and then we are going to use Hammer of the Gods again. So you can see that the Ancestral War Cry is running full now too. So I'm not doing anything. It takes a little bit of time. Just run around the rare. Oh, of course I need to watch it that I don't die. Yeah, and there is the Hammer of the Gods. Did you guys saw it? Didn't hit anything. So let's use it. Here we go. Yeah, this time it consumes the glory. Here we go. And now you can see that Ancestral Cry already got 1/4 of his glory too. That's 25%. Normally, of course, you never do that. But I think that normally in a map you will get 10 to 15 rares. If you stay every 2 seconds on a rare, you got 30 glory, you know. And if you are in the presence of more than 1 rare, like this. Now you need to see, here is the Hammer of the Gods again. Oh. Oh, yeah, they stunned me, of course. If you are in the presence of 2 rares, it goes even quicker, the generation. So let's use Hammer of the Gods. Here we go. And that's how you do it. I consumed it again. Oh, that's really fun. I like this a lot. Normally you never do this in maps, of course, but if you are on a hard boss as a melee player, the problem is that now you can run a little bit away, get your life back, and still you're generating glory resources, and that makes it, in my opinion, very strong. Here you just keep running through, of course. You just do this, and you can see that my Cry here is already at 50 glory, by the way, too. So just by playing the map. So let's have a look. Here is a good pack. A couple of rares here. Yeah, the problem is that I do too much damage and that I kill them really quick. There is another one here. So let's use Hammer of the Gods. Yeah, I used my glory. So you can just run around like this too. Because I see some people like you just make a tanky character and you just run around like this. And you just don't do anything anymore. Because I'm sure probably there will be somewhere. And now you can see, do you guys see it? Ancestral Cry is ready to be used. I already got 100 glory for that one, and I don't even ignite on this build. So that's how fast it goes. And there is a Hammer of the Gods again. Like I said, it's insane. You can, every pack with this system, you can simply, yeah, do the skills. So I'm going now to trigger the boss. And then you can see how it works on the boss here in the map. So I'm going to clear really quick. I think I need to kill all the rares. Let's throw Hammer of the Gods here, just for fun. I think there is one more. Here we go. Did we kill now all the rares? No, there is one sitting here. I'm going to sprint. Yeah, they just tackled me. Here is Hammer of the Gods again, so let's use it again. Yeah, we consumed it once again, the glory. Now, maybe I think that the boss is now active. So let's go to... He's probably sitting somewhere at the top. Yeah, this was a map with an end boss, right? Sometimes... Oh! Yeah, I see him. I was right. So let's have a look now. So now we are going to pop the Cry. But I'm going to pop the Cry. I'm using this at the moment. I think that, if I'm not mistaken, on the Ancestral Cry, it's if you consume an Endurance Charge to increase... So the Warcry duration. So we are going to build up a little bit Endurance Charges. You can do that very simple. Just use this. Armor Break. Number 2. 15% chance to gain an Endurance Charge when supporter skill fully... yeah, it's not possible on a boss. Yeah, that was no. It's not going to work like that. So what we are going to do is this. Oh yeah, the glory is gone on the Ancestral Cry. I was a little bit too slow, so it goes away. It goes down at some point. So yeah, but normally you can use it if you come to the boss. So now you can see, you can just run around the boss too if you want. Do you guys see? I'm not doing anything. Just, yeah, dodge everything. Just do like this. So my Cry is almost ready. There is the Hammer of the Gods. So that's already something that we can use. And here we go. And now we can use this one. This is the Cry, 7 seconds. And now this goes banana, because it's really good. Oh, I can use it again. So I didn't use the glory on this one. Really good. There is the Hammer of the Gods again. Where is the boss? Ah, okay. Do you guys see it? Now I used Sesame Cry. It's really crazy. Oh, and I can use Ancestral Cry again. Yeah, I need to watch it that I don't die here. And there is the Hammer of the Gods again. And there is the cry again. And now the boss is dead. So, yeah. Here we go. So it's really cool. I'm having a lot of fun with this stuff. I think there will be smarter guys than me that will execute this system so hard that they probably can non-stop use Hammer of the Gods. There will probably be a unique that you can get even quicker glory. But it's crazy, guys. Thanks for watching. Have fun. Bye-bye.